What's up, geeks and gamers, and welcome to Gaming with Geeks. And it's been less than 24 hours since we had the PlayStation 5 live stream where it showed off a whole bunch of games and some gameplay. We did a live stream of it over on this channel, actually. Myself, Ryan, Mark, Jeremy, and Krista joined in for a bit. It was a fun stream. Some things jumped out to me more than others, some things not so much. But one thing that really caught my attention was the new Spider-Man stuff, because I really like Spider-Man on the PlayStation 4. And there's been a bit of confusion as to what this actually is. Is it was a new game or what? So this is to do with the Miles Morales Spider-Man. Off the top, I'll just say that I thought Miles Morales and Mary Jane were the more boring sections of the PS4 game. But here we are. So PS5 Spider-Man Miles Morales is an expansion, not a sequel. So there was actually a bit of confusion around this, and they've had to come out and clarify what it was. Sony clarified that Insomniac's game Spider-Man Miles Morales for the PlayStation 5 is an expansion rather than the full sequel to the 2018 Spider-Man. I guess that makes sense considering it's only been 2 years, so they didn't really have the time to develop a whole new Spider-Man game as well as a new Ratchet & Clank game, which, by the way, I thought looked interesting, the new Ratchet & Clank. At Sony's event unveiling the PlayStation 5, Spider-Man Miles Morales was officially announced as a follow-up to Insomniac Games' smash hit 2018 PlayStation 4 title Spider-Man. However, while Miles Morales initially appeared to be a full-blown sequel, Sony has now clarified that the game is actually an expansion and that will be released alongside an enhanced version of Spider-Man. So what I understand from the PlayStation 5 is I can take my disc of Spider-Man PlayStation 4, put it into the PlayStation 5, and it will just bump everything up. I hope that's the case, because I don't really want to buy the game again, considering I've already paid for it and all the DLCs and stuff like that. I got to assume that I'm going to have to pay for this DLC, because that's what it is. This is DLC. So, per the Telegraph, Insomniac's Spider-Man game for the PlayStation 5 is a remastered version of the 2018 title, which includes a substantial expansion, which is the Miles Morales stuff. Now, I'm going to think that the Miles Morales stuff is basically just a skin. Like, obviously, it's a whole new character. It's not Peter Parker, who was the best Spider-Man, by the way. I feel he's going to play exactly the same as Peter. It's just Miles Morales. They're just going to take the mechanics, put it on Miles Morales. So it's essentially just a skin with a whole new story as well, a substantial story. Now, the publication describes Miles Morales as more akin to an expansion bolted on to an upgrade version of the original title. It's not exactly the most clear way to explain it, is it? Moreover, Simon Rudder, the Sony Interactive Entertainment Executive Vice President of European Business, wow, what a title, explained to the Telegraph that the expansion would include major enhancements to Spider-Man. So I'm guessing that's like on performance-wise and stuff like that. Mark, our good friend Mark, is probably creaming over that because we're going to get those sweet frame rates. I guess you could call it an expansion and an enhancement to the previous game, Rudder said. There's a substantial Miles Morales component, which is the expansion element. But also within the game, there will be major enhancements in the game and the game engine, obviously deploying some of the major PlayStation 5 technology features. Developed by, okay, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, there we go. It's an expansion, not a whole new game. So, like I said, I'm imagining that I'll just put my disc in, be able to play it, and then I'll have to buy the new DLC. I guess that makes sense, charging for the DLC, I guess, and it's not ideal, but whatever. But the idea that I can just put the disc in, play my Spider-Man PS4 on PlayStation 5, and have it running with PlayStation 5 optics and all that type of stuff, I'm all for that. That's cool. I really like the PlayStation 4 Spider-Man. It's one of my favorite PlayStation 4 games. I'm still undecided if I'm going to get a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X, whatever it's called. There's a whole lot to consider. But I'm slightly leaning PS5 in this situation, even though I have had to deal with all the strikes on my own channel and on this channel and all my friends' channels, so there's quite a lot to consider with everything. But that's just my thoughts about this. What do you guys think about it? Are you excited for Miles Morales? I'm more excited for the sequel, to be honest with you. Drop your thoughts in the comment section down below. Be sure to subscribe to Gaming with Geeks. Check out the new Geeks and Gamers website. Make a profile. Get involved with all the forums. Stay safe. Take care of yourself. And I'll see you all in the next video.